Hey y'all, as you can see, my TEMU order has arrived. So today we're gonna be able to do my hotly anticipated Defa fashion girl unboxing. I've got 5 of the slim box budget Fashionistas clone fashion girls, as well as the 3 articulated more deluxe fashion girls for you to present. This is gonna be a haul / unboxing video, and I hope you're gonna be enjoying it. Now, I bought these dolls off of TEMU, and the budget slim box fashion girls cost me 16 euros a piece, and the articulated more deluxe ones cost me 21 euros a piece. There was no shipping or postage. I also didn't have to pay customs or any kind of tax fees. My order arrived quite quickly. I was pretty impressed. It was split up into 2 pairs because some of the fashion girls that I ordered later on because they weren't in stock at first. And it took me like 4 to 3 days in between a holiday Christmas break to arrive from China to Germany, which is quite impressive. Now I know that TEMU seems to be quite controversial. So my TEMU experience was okay, but your mileage might vary. So I've got a ton of dolls to unbox. Let's not waste any more time and let's just dive right in. You can see that all of the boxes came in their own designated shipper boxes. You can read up on the description here where it says curly hair dark skin fashion doll, which is kind of funny to think about that these are Playline budget clone dolls and they are packaged in their shippers like some Mattel Creations collector dolls. And then we have the description for the other dolls here, where it says like red-haired, white-skinned fashion doll. So all of these boxes have their barcodes stamped onto them with a description of the doll that's inside. So I basically got the whole set of the slim box fashionista clone fashion girls. The only one that I'm missing is the blue haired one with pigtails. She's the only one with a smiling open mouth face, and it's not really the type of face that I'm vibing with. That's why I was like, okay, I have to stop somewhere, so I stopped at that one and I bought all the others. When it comes to those articulated ones, I think this is a complete set. Of course, there are also the more Barbie Extra Clone articulated Defa and Brittany Collection fashion girls. I did not buy any of those. I think they were retailing for 35 or 34 euros on TEMU, and to me that was a bit too pricey for a clone doll. So let's take a quick look at the box design with a very pretty illustration of this beauty Defa fashion girl doll. And the doll inside of the box. And the illustration goes around and it's also on the back. It says mix and match here. And you can also see the other 2 girls. Now the warnings are in various other languages. Among them also German, Spanish, English, French, Italian, Dutch, etc. So I do hope that these dolls will be distributed internationally. It also seems like Defa has representatives in UK and also in Germany here in Frankfurt am Main. Now with the fashion girls, it's again more of a slim box design that's with an illustration of the doll on the front too. Very cute. Again, various languages on the back of the box, so fingers crossed that we'll get them distributed worldwide. And you can see a collage of all of the illustrations of the fashion girl budget line here on the back. Very cute. I love that Defa went the extra mile to give this line its own box design. Same with those, because the Brittany Collection variant of these dolls does not really have as elaborate of a box design as these have. It's just a very cute design overall. Very excited to see if these are bend and snap knees, or if these are just hollow knees that are posed in this way. Very cute that they give them different textured hair and hairstyles and hair colors and skin tones. Now there's also a collection of Brittany Collection extra clones that popped up, a wave 2 or wave 2.5, or wave 3 or wave 1.5. And they feature this doll with this face mold who has braids on her head, which I love. So it's cool to see clone but doll lines just emancipating themselves from their traditional Barbie clone looks with only blue-eyed blonde dolls and have such a variety on display. I think this doll is probably the one that I'm most excited to get out of the box because her outfit looks just super elaborate. Like, you can see the belt that she's wearing has a belt buckle, there are even loops stamped onto it. Just look at the beautiful rhinestones on her top, the mesh underneath it. Very curious to see if these are two separate pieces and if this tulle skirt on top of her jean shorts is also a separate piece. She's also got a very pretty face, and I'm also very curious about her hair. So when it comes to the criteria of checking out the quality of the dolls, I'm going to be very honest. I'm not going to be sugarcoating it, just to dump on Barbie. If I see that these dolls are lacking, I'm going to say that they're lacking in certain departments. I really love the illustrations, and I'm curious who did those. She's also gorgeous, just look at the lipstick. Now the art shows that she has fishnet over knee socks, but the doll itself does not have those. Now, I think those would have been pretty cool. Now it's going to be a pretty arduous task to get out of the box and have them on display and going through all of them. So I'm going to be dividing the unboxing portion into the Fashion Girls and the Fashion Beauty Defa Lucy. So, see you in a bit. So before I check out every single doll in detail, some of the things that I've noticed after taking them out of the box is, of course, that from the hairline down, all of the three dolls are basically identical as far as the head mold, the screening, as well as the body mold and articulation is concerned. The only thing that's different is, of course, the clothing and accessories, as well as the hairstyle and hair in general. This one also sadly has some discoloration on her arm. You can see some staining from the color of the thread that was used for serging the hem of the sleeves, which is a shame, but that's the only discoloration that I've noticed. It's okay here, and there's nothing here, and with her as well, there's no discoloration. All of the dolls also have the same shoes and the same shoe mold, just hers are in a purple color, but the other two are in a white color. And as you can see, all dolls have flat feet. Now, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of flat feet, but with these, letting it slide because they have more of a street style and casual outfit, so it kind of suits them. I think it would look odd for her to be running around in high stiletto heels. What I've also noticed is that there's a bit of warping with the leg here. Now this part of the leg is actually made of a more solid rubbery vinyl that you can like bend and shape. Her upper thigh though is more of a hollow plastic, and since she was tied down in the box like this, you can see that her leg is a bit bent. And now let's check out the dolls in detail. You can see her stunning face paint. It's gorgeous. Just love her shiny pink lipstick, and I love how not bothered they look. They look very bored, like supermodels who can't be bothered and are just very arrogant and above you, which I dig. And looking it up in detail, you can see that the face paint is just pretty good. It's not as detailed as you would think. It's very simple and very vintage in that sense, especially when you take a look at the eye paint. But I love the glossy lips. Like, I haven't seen a Barbie doll with glossy lips in forever. And she has this brunette blonde two-tone hair and a high ponytail with bangs in the front. Now the hair quality is... I'm not the best at discerning the type of hair that a doll has. I do believe that this is polypropylene. I'm not 100% sure because it feels very soft. It's not that super stiff polypropylene that like Dreamtopia dolls have. There are some MGA dolls like Rainbow High Lyric Lucas or Splash Queen from OMG who have a hair fiber that's supposedly nylon, I think, and has a much worse touch and feel to them than the hair that these dolls have. Now for the outfit and accessories, this doll has these cat-eye sunglasses, these pink earrings. Now the earrings aren't removable. They're stuck to keep them in place. The head mold of all the three dolls have a marking of DF57. So the marking leads me to believe that these dolls are mainly produced, conceived and manufactured by Defa. So they're a product of Defa Lucy, and Brittany Collection just licensed them. Now this top is very pretty. Love the mesh underneath it. Love the print on top. Love the cutouts here and the turtleneck. Now I think it's all one piece, but sadly not two separate pieces. It's sewn together. And the sweatpants she's wearing, they do not have Velcro in the back. They have these decals stickered onto them for a bit more detail. They have this this thread closure in the front detail sewn onto it. It's very shiny silver and very cool looking. Love the pants. She also has this star-shaped necklace in the front. It's a very cool design overall. And a very pretty doll. This doll has a very cool design too. I just love her hairstyle. And talking a bit about the hairstyle, you can see that this is probably one of the most labor-intensive parts of doll manufacturing in general, because you not only have to sew the hair onto the doll's head, you have to thatch a parting in the middle, you have to thatch these curtain bangs in the front, you give her two space buns on top, you have to cut the hair to have her have this very cute length of a bob. Then she also has these two twist braided rat tails in the back. So yeah, styling and creating doll hair is one of the most labor intensive steps in doll production, so it makes sense that some doll manufacturers just plop the hair onto the doll's head and have it be choppy layered. Outfit is super cool too. The skirt is sewn in a way that gives it more levels. Like if this were like a Barbie skirt, it would all be probably printed to look the way it does. But you can see that all these pieces are leveled. It has Velcro closure in the back. The top has Velcro closure in the back too. And the top is also, I think, sewn together, so it's not like the mesh piece is separate from the tank top piece. She comes with this diamond-shaped purse that you can open and close. And again, the screening is identical to the previous doll, but just changing up the hairstyle gives her a whole different look, which I appreciate. She doesn't have earrings, and there are no earring holes. And she has this flower necklace in the front. So of the 3 dolls, this one is the one with the most elaborate outfit, I believe. Or at least it seems like it at first glance. She has this cute pink snapback on, burgundy colored hair with bangs in the front. Now her bangs are much nicer than her bangs. And she has these pink earrings, this purple bag that's wrapped around her shoulders. Now her top is super pretty. You can see that it's pink with some stars printed on. And she also has these very beautiful, very shiny rhinestones glued onto the top. And again, this top piece and this mesh piece underneath it is sewn together, and it closes with Velcro in the back. For the bottom half of her outfit, she has this very cute pleather belt wrapped around her jean shorts with these loopholes and this buckle in the front. It's all plated, so it's very shiny and metallic looking. And then there's this mesh skirt wrapped around. It doesn't go all the way to the back. It doesn't close in the back. And you can see that the belt, as well as the mesh part and the jean shorts, they're all sewn together in the back. So no separate pieces, it's all one piece. And you can also see some thread of this coming apart, so it's not very finessed when it comes to how it was sewn together, but from the front it just looks pretty good, and I'm very happy with the look of this doll. Now to wrap this portion of this unboxing up, let's take a look at her body mold and her articulation points. It's basically the Barbie extra articulation, where she has movement at the head, at the shoulders, the elbows. She's got wrist articulation, movement at the thighs, and she's got knee articulation. The body mold doesn't have a marking in the back, so it's a very generic body mold, I believe. Now the measurements are also not like the measurements of the fashionistas or belly button era. It's actually more of the standard 2015 measurements of Barbie that she's having today, where she doesn't have that much of a snatched waist, and her bust is also not as big as it was back in the 2000s. Now her feet are pretty detailed compared to Barbie feet. You can actually see every toe, because Barbie feet are more or less just like a stump. And now that I've taken the clothes off, you can also see that she does have some staining in the front of her belly, where the black part of her sweatpants were, which is unfortunate. Again, black clothing on dolls, big no-no. So now we've taken a look at the fashion beauties. Let's take a look at the fashion girls. Now we have the fashion beauties in front of us with these. This one, the tan one, and the fair-skinned one in the back. These 3 all have a face mold that's the same. I might also think that the screening is mostly the same, though the lipstick color is different. With these 3, I would also hazard a guess that from the hairline down to the feet, they're mostly identical, aside from her having a different complexion and skin tone. Now she in the back, the curly head one, her face mold is actually the same as her face mold, which is quite surprising if you think about it. But Like I had shown you, she has the marking of DF57, and she also has the marking of DF57. These three girls, they have a marking of DF53. This one has a face mold that's unique to hers. Would have thought that she had the same face mold that she has, though if you take a closer look you can see that her eyes are also positioned a bit higher than the curly haired girl, so she has a marking of DF49 in the back. Now all of these dolls, they all have the same body mold, and despite some of them supposedly having shoes where you think that they would have flat feet on, they do not have flat feet. All of them have actually heeled feet, and you can see that her gladiator sandals don't fit perfectly because of it. You would maybe need an elastic to have it be tight and not be as loose as it is. It's loose because she has heeled feet too. Face is pretty stun. I really love her. Love her screening, love her mold. Love a long high ponytail. She also has this long bang part on the front, which is also very cute. She's got these cool red translucent sunglasses and this very cool red lip-shaped purse. It's very Bratz. Her dress is also very cute. It's got this tropical flower print, and the print goes all the way around and it closes with Velcro in the back. The fabric is this traditional doll clothing fabric that you can also see on a lot of Barbie dolls, where it's soft polyester but it's still 100% synthetic. And the color around her neck is also a bit janky, I would say. It's not very perfectly sewn, but I do love her butterfly sleeves. They're very cool, and overall I really love the design of this doll. Now this one is the tan skinned one, and she has the same shoes that the articulated fashion beauty dolls all had, the sneakers, and since she's on heeled feet, this is very 90s Barbie, when Barbie had heeled feet with sneakers on. And you can see that her feet are also more pronounced and not like those little teeny tiny Barbie feet. So she does have ridges around her toes. She's got this long maxi skirt in this pastel pink color with these neon yellow, lime green, no, it's more of a neon yellow flower print all over it. Goes all the way around, Velcro's in the back. The fabric is the Defa fabric that Barbie also uses on when they want to do jean shorts for Ken. She's got the striped top and this big chain orange necklace, as well as this translucent jelly feeling purse. Pretty doll. Her hair is quite crunchy. They gave her crimps. She does have a lighter purple streak on the side part. The rest of her hair is more of a darker indigo purple. Now let's take a look at what is probably my personal favorite doll of the bunch. And that's this beauty here with this stunning face. Can you believe this face? Just take a look at it. I also love her hair. She's got these very tight curls, and she does have these blue earrings. I also love her two-piece outfit with this top and skirt. It's got very much of a 70s feel to it, the color scheme and the print used on it. Velcro's in the back, print goes all the way around. She also has the same diamond-shaped purse that one of the articulated Fashion Beauty dots had. She's got these orange high heels. They're quite hard, which I appreciate because I hate it when doll shoes are made of a more squishy, gummy-like material. Now the thing is that you can see now that the fact that these dolls have feet that are bigger than Barbie feet means that shoe molds like this, which is a Barbie shoe mold, I believe, do not 100% fit them. What I also think is, I kind of believe that she was, when it comes to the color scheme, she's kind of like a ringer for my 50th anniversary Christy doll. I think from the look of her, when it comes to like this tropical theme and the orange shoes and the face, kind of similar, or at least I believe they're similar in the sense that they might have taken some design inspiration from this doll, possibly. I do like the silhouette of the outfits that these dolls are wearing, but when it comes to the two-piece outfits, you most of the time have to like pull the skirt down a bit for it to fit right, because when it goes up it looks odd. Maybe at least it looks odd to me. Now we have her, and when it comes to the outfit, she's probably wearing my least favorite outfit of the bunch. The skirt also doesn't really fit the way it should, or at least the way it looked in the promo pictures. The base doll is pretty though, I really love this base doll. Though this eye seems to be a bit wonky, even though the screenings so far have been pretty immaculate. I think this is the first time that we see that, okay, these dolls are also prone to wonkiness if the screening isn't printed on correctly. She's got these yellow earrings on. She's got purple crimped hair. And you can see that the hair is also pretty trashed. You can see that this is fried polypropylene hair. She's got side bangs and a half up, half down. Very pretty doll, very pretty screening. Love her lipstick. I also love that they gave the darker skinned dolls natural looking lips and not these overly garish pink or orange colored lipsticks that Barbie a lot of times loves to put on their darker skinned dolls. She's got a cute pink and purple purse. She's got these cute pink purplish boots, and is a very cute doll overall. And for the final doll that we're taking a look at today, it's this red-haired beauty. The glasses that she's got on top of her head are very Dame Edna. They're very grandma glasses. She's got this camera that has some fabric straps around it. Cute little accessory piece. She's got these very sailor looking shorts that are blue and white striped. These shorts are again made of a stiffer material like the Ken jean shorts that Barbie has. She's got these orange strappy high heels that are again not fitting these dolls' feet 100% because they are more or less made for those Barbie stumps. The flower print top is cute, but it's very Barbie in the sense that the color is printed on. And these ruffle bits aren't hemmed, just like her ruffly bit wasn't hemmed too. This bit was also just serged, though every other bit here was hemmed, as well as on the other dolls. Not 100% sure what I think about this hair color. It's striking for sure, but in combination with a fair complexion, this hair color is very I don't know, it's giving me clown. The whole color scheme is very clownish, but who knows, maybe with the right restyling she can look fabulous. And for the final bit of this unboxing video, before I give you my final thoughts, let's take a look at the body mold used for these dolls. So the points of articulation that these dolls have are at the neck, the shoulders, the hips. They can actually do a split. And they also have rubbery band and snap knees, though they only snap once and they don't really click. They just like morph into the position and they do stay in the position. So it's not like they do not stay in that way, but it's very much like the band and snap that OMGs have, which is also very not clicky and very soft. And the measurements are more similar to the belly button era of Barbies, where they have a more snatched waist and bigger bust and also bigger hips. And the body does not have a marking aside from having a marking that says China in the back. And you can see that the feet are much bigger than regular Barbie feet, which is a problem when it comes to deciding what type of shoes these dolls should wear. So let's head on over and move on to my final thoughts as far as the Defa Lucy beauty fashion and fashion girl dolls is concerned. Now, would I say that these dolls are a home run? I think these dolls are pretty good, and the fashion girls in particular, because Barbie fashionistas nowadays have an MSRP of 14 € and here in Germany. These dolls cost me 16 euros without even having to pay shipping. And I feel like these dolls are of a much higher quality than the current wave of fashionistas. The bodies are more solid, the designs are pretty, the faces are much prettier in terms of the screen printing, and I think these are dolls that I'd gladly part my money with in favor of buying fashionistas. I'd rather buy Defa Lucy fashion girls. No questions asked. Now with the articulated fashion beauty dolls, I think they have a very pretty design too, and they have very stunning faces, and I do love their clothing, but compared to like Barbie Extra quality, I don't really see that big of a difference. Like if you just take a look down there, the best of Barbie Extra in terms of design and screen printing faces, saran hair quality is at least on par with these Defa Lucy fashion beauty dolls, and maybe better in terms of they're much more easily accessible, and they're also much cheaper because they're always on clearance. Like the pink Barbie Extra with that Moschino inspired look, like I would pay 14 euros for her nowadays. They were all priced around that, and these dolls, at least for people here in Europe and Germany, the accessibility of these dolls isn't as high, and the price in terms of cost is also somewhere where I'm like, okay, these have some things that I like better, but they also have some things where I'm like, okay, the hair quality, for example, and the sturdiness and quality of the bodies is not really that different, or maybe even worse than that of a Barbie Extra. So it depends. It's all give and take. Sometimes the faces are prettier, sometimes the hair quality on another doll is better, sometimes the design of the clothing is better on another doll, and then the accessibility of that other doll is better. So it's a give and take, and you have to balance out and see where your personal preferences lie. and decide for yourself what you want to do with your money and what doll line you would love to invest in. So that about wraps up this unboxing and review and haul of Defa Lucy's current doll lines. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a dislike if you thought this video was trash, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I might be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.